The entire population has crossed into my world for survival. Shanlin relies on this pedicure method. Dealing with these monsters is simply a breeze. Xiaobai followed the zombie slowly towards the cave entrance. Seizing this opportunity, Shanlin raised his stone sword and slashed towards him. This sword struck Xiaobai's body, emitting a sound of bones colliding. After several rounds, Xiaobai turned into smoke under Shanlin's sword, with bones and fangs scattered all over the ground, and a green stunning ball. Congratulations to Shanlin for taking down the skeleton and receiving a reward. At this moment, the World Channel also received this notification. Everyone was stunned. What's going on? It's that guy named Shanlin again, the same person who took down 2 monsters. Could it be a bug? Is this guy even human? He just killed a zombie less than 10 minutes ago, and now he's killed a skeleton. It's probably night. Most players have sealed themselves in confined spaces to avoid monsters. On the other side, relevant department staff are hiding in a mine studying tonight's events. Who is this guy named Shanlin? How did he kill 2 types of monsters in just a few minutes? We're not sure either. We just sent a friend request to Shanlin, but he hasn't accepted it. This is the national flag. For someone with no background to enter the national flag is a great honor. I believe no one would refuse. Then I'll notify other departments, see if there's any way to find him. Now, the entire research institute hopes someone can solve the survival problem in the virtual world as soon as possible. But what they didn't expect is, this world is already different from before. At this moment, Shanlin opened his backpack, wanting to check what reward he got from killing Xiaobai. As soon as he opened the backpack, Shanlin saw a golden block. He was stunned, took the block out of the backpack. Holy crap, is this a lucky block? Lucky blocks aren't supposed to be in the original MC survival mode. To play with lucky blocks, you need to add mods in survival mode. Suddenly, he thought of many things like simulated metropolis, sword drawing, Twilight Sky Island, life adventure, horror creatures, equivalent exchange, void world, food craft, and various other mods. Perhaps in this world, all of them can be played. He might be able to create a world he couldn't even imagine. Standing by, Lillian, who was grinding monsters, looked at Shanlin's strange behavior, tilted her head. Master, what's wrong? Hearing this, Shanlin turned around, like a child showing off the lucky block in his hand to Lillian. This is a lucky block, you know? Do you recognize it? Lillian shook her 2 pigtails, proudly stepping forward. Forgot to tell you, I can do anything, and I know everything in this world, if that's the case. If others also get a maid egg from world rewards, wouldn't he be invincible? No way. I'm the only maid in the world. Only the first world reward can hatch an all-around maid egg. All subsequent world rewards are lucky blocks. This reassured him, as Lillian's role is too significant. Shanlin put the lucky block back into his backpack. The sky was about to light up. The World Channel was still discussing Shanlin's affairs. As the sun rose from the east, enjoying the morning sunlight, Shanlin realized it was time to work. Just in this short while, his hunger level had dropped to 2. If this continues, Shanlin estimated he would die soon. Picking up the rotten meat by the house, Shanlin took his stone shovel and headed towards the river first. Lillian obediently followed behind him. Without much thought, Shanlin added charcoal to the furnace, then placed sand in the furnace to start smelting. Not long after, the sand in the furnace turned into glass. Shanlin took the glass out of the furnace, placed it on the workbench. Making glass bottles is very simple. Just take 3 pieces of glass and arrange them in a V shape on the workbench. 3 pieces of glass can make 3 glass bottles. In the time it took to make the glass bottles, the furnace smelted 3 more pieces of glass. Shanlin also turned the smelted glass into glass bottles. Now he had 6 glass bottles. He stumbled to the river, filled the glass bottles with water, and brought them to his mouth. Shanlin drank the water in one go, perhaps because he had been thirsty for too long. The river water tasted sweet and refreshing. After solving the water problem, the next step was to find food. He could eat rotten meat to satisfy his hunger, but Lillian couldn't. She can't eat rotten meat. Shanlin had to find something else for her. The entire population has crossed into my world for survival. Shanlin returned to the small house, took down the furnace and workbench in the house, and put them in his backpack. He walked out of the small wooden house and headed towards the jungle. Normally, animals would spawn on the plains. If he could find a sheep, maybe he could even make a bed. As he walked, Shanlin saw a white sheep not far away. Sure enough, Lillian, don't move. Shanlin took out his stone sword from the backpack and quietly approached. At this moment, the sheep didn't notice Shanlin. It was leisurely grazing. Seizing this opportunity, Shanlin rushed over with his stone sword. With one slash, the sheep was killed. Instantly, the sheep died under his sword, dropping a piece of wool and 2 pieces of mutton. After walking for a while, Shanlin ate some rotten meat to satisfy his hunger. and roasted the 2 pieces of mutton in the furnace. As soon as the mutton was placed in the furnace, a delicious smell of roasted meat wafted out. The aroma spread across the plains. What's that smell? It's so fragrant. It smells like roasted meat. Oh my God. I've been eating apples for so long. I really want some meat. The smell seems to be coming from over there. Let's go check it out. Without Shanlin's knowledge, a group of people was heading in his direction. Who's that over there? He's actually roasting meat. The group stared at Shanlin in disbelief, their mouths watering. The people standing nearby, staring intently at Shanlin, suddenly realized they could go up and greet him. Maybe they could even get some roasted meat. Hey, is that roasted meat you've got there? How did you make it? Can we try some? Shanlin frowned at the sudden appearance of these people, then put the roasted mutton back into his backpack. No, you can't. Are you kidding me? This roasted meat is for Lillian. I wouldn't even eat it myself, let alone share it with strangers. Shanlin packed the furnace into his backpack and prepared to leave with Lillian. Wait, brother, don't go. We don't want your meat. We know how to get raw meat. We just wanted to ask where you got that furnace for roasting. We all entered this virtual world yesterday. We're all in this together. No need to be so hostile. This is called a furnace, and I made it myself. What? You made it yourself? Come on, brother. If you don't want to tell us, just say so. We'll leave you alone. No need to make up stories. The structure of that furnace looks complicated. What did you use to make something like that? My master made it. It's not that hard. It's not like it's some impossible task. My master doesn't have time to teach you how to make a furnace. Now move aside. Hey, don't be like that. Wait. What's going on? The group stared in confusion at the incredibly beautiful Lillian, then at the ordinary-looking Shanlin. They racked their brains, but couldn't figure out what they were missing. Brother, we don't mean any harm. We just want to get to know you. My name is Hu Tiancheng. What's yours? Seeing Hu Tiancheng's somewhat challenging demeanor, Shanlin wasn't intimidated. He extended his hand and said, I'm Shanlin. Nice to meet you. Shanlin? Why does that name sound familiar? Holy crap. Isn't that the guy who took down 2 monsters in a row and got recruited by the state council? Brother, I spoke out of line earlier. I apologize. I offended you and your wife. I sincerely apologize. Hu Tiancheng immediately bowed 90 degrees to Shanlin. The sudden change in attitude left Shanlin stunned. No need to apologize. We have things to do. If you don't have anything else, you can leave. Shanlin took Lillian's hand and turned to leave. Before he could take a step, Hu Tiancheng stopped them again. Brother Shanlin, could you please tell us how to make that furnace? It wasn't that he didn't want to teach them, but while making a furnace is simple, explaining it to complete beginners would require teaching them about workbenches, crafting tables, and recipes. Right now, Shanlin didn't have the time to waste on strangers.